again. This is a funny one. Are your pets your babies? Here he comes. Right, I'm going to put him on. I'm putting him on. Oh no, he's just going in the freezer. It's alright. Ha! He's coming. Steve's making me tea, as usual. And I said go in the freezer for the naan breads. So that's what he's doing. But yeah, so yeah, are your pets your babies? Well, you go back to when I was young, and loads of people had dogs, and they were all feral, and they used to play out all day with the kids, and they'd just run off in their little gangs and go and have a little punch up somewhere and get knocked down outside Chippy. And they were really feral, and they had no collars, they had no leads. I don't even remember them getting vaccinated or anything like that. They were just more wild back in the day, and people just overlooked them. I remember our dog got babied by us because we were children as well, but he was still played out. He still went playing out all the time and stuff. But people generally didn't pander to poochers back in the day, or cats. Everything was feral, the people and the animals, and they always played outside. And I was thinking, you know, when I look at my dogs, how I talk to them, because I don't talk to them in my normal voice. I only talk to them in what I call the puppy voice, which I put on for them. And if I talk to my dogs in a normal voice, they don't like it, because they're so used to being babied. So I sing songs to them, and I call them my little puppy girls, and they've got their own theme tune and everything. And I always talk to them in a silly voice. And I treat them like babies all the time. But so do a lot of other people now. And it's just become a thing, hasn't it, where our dogs have become our children. And I'm talking dogs more than cats. Cats are similar, but dogs are the ones that we go for the most, because they love it, don't they? They love being pampered. But if you've got a dog that you treat like your child, I have seen some hilarious things today. And what made me laugh today is I was at work, and there's a van next to me while I'm on the pitch and there's two ladies in the van, and they've gone for a walk with the dogs, and one of them is in a doggy push chair. So you've seen those push chairs for doggies, and the other one's on the lead. So they go for a walk, and then they come back, and when they came back I just stood there and I could not stop laughing, because they've got this dog, and I called it a Dachshund, and Steve was laughing. He said it's a Dachshund. I can't say that word, but anyway, it was one of those dogs with the long ears, and he sat in the pram with his long face and these massive human sunglasses on, and I could not stop laughing. And the lady started laughing because I was laughing, and I said, does he always wear them? And she said, oh yeah, he loves them. He loves his sunglasses. But his face was so serious, and he was like a little king sitting on his throne, and I couldn't stop laughing. And I said, what is it about us with our pets? Why have we turned them into little babies, and we treated them like that? I do think it's fun, and I love it, because they love it. I've never met a dog that doesn't like being pampered and mollycoddled and treated like a baby, because they just sort of use it, you know, and they're like, oh yeah, this is cool. But have you got dogs, and do you treat them like that, or do you have dogs outside on chains, just on their own all day, or just wandering off on the land without much sort of attention? Because it's just something I notice, and there's a lot of people when they come here on the park now, and quite a few of them have got prams for the dogs when they get elderly, because my honey girl is getting to that point where her back legs are starting to get really stiff, and she struggles to jump up in the car, and she's probably going to come to a point where she's going to need a puppy pram as well. But honey girl is the sort of dog that would not like it, because she doesn't like being treated like a baby, honey. She likes me mothering her, but if anyone else does it, she gives you the side eye, like, leave me alone, I'm older than you. But she's going to be at that point where she's going to need some extra care, and I don't know if she's going to like it because she's so stubborn like me, and she'll be like, I'm not disabled, not playing that game. But yeah, it was just making me laugh because when you see the dogs with all the little coats on and everything, and they're all like pampered to, I mean, my dogs, right, they don't eat dog food per se, they eat fish, and proper fish, and I can get salmon for them and stuff like that, and they absolutely love it, and the coats are lovely. But they don't eat normal dog food and stuff like that. They've always eaten really well. And if I do anything, whether it's go to work or go away somewhere, I always consider the dogs. Because I don't like leaving them on their own. Even while I'm at work, I don't like it. So I've bought them a puppy garden. And I'll do a vlog on that later on in the year. Because I'm going to get all my pitch nice. And I'm going to grow sweet peas around the doggy playpen and make it all really nice. But that's because I'm thinking about them all the time. I can't bear the thought of my dogs being dogs. They've become babies. And I think the big thing for me was when my youngest left home, I felt like I was devoid of being a mother or something, I don't know, but you get that empty nest syndrome. And so I got my doggies. And they became my babies, and so that's what they are. But I just find it really funny. I've seen people pampering iguanas, budgies, goldfish. You can love anything, can't you? It doesn't matter what it is. But have you got an unusual pet that you treat like a baby? Because I'd love to know it, because I find it really funny. And does your pet react to it in a good way and think it's great and really milk it like a pampered child or what? But I was watching a video of a lady who had a chicken, and the chicken followed her around and sat on her lap all the time, and you can love anything, and if something wants to love you back, you can love anything. But I'd love to hear stories about unusual pets as well. Why'd you fall in love with an iguana or a lizard, or even worse than that, a tarantula? I remember my sister many years ago, she got with this guy and he was strange. He just loved weird stuff. So he had this tarantula and it was massive. And what else? I think he had an iguana or something like that. He had weird stuff. And I remember going round to her house one day, and I was in her house and she said, don't move whatever you do. And I said, why? And she said, the spider's loose. And I went, what? Well, it left the lid off the box where it lived in, and it's gone missing in the house. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be sick. Because they're like the size of your hand. And all I could imagine was this thing coming round, but it was his baby. He loved it. And I'm like, no, I'm leaving. I had to leave because I couldn't bear the thought of this thing just coming from nowhere that size and crawling up me, so no. But people love what they love, don't they? So tell me your story, your unusual pets. Why do you treat your animals like babies if you do? And if you don't, why? Why have we become a nation of like dog lovers that go the extra mile with our dogs like that? You wouldn't even treat your husbands like that. And I've been around people when I've seen them sat there pampering the dog and putting little bows in the hair and all that, and stroking them and kissing them, and the husband sat next to them looking depressed. Like, you don't do that for me, do you? And I always laugh, and I think that dog's either got something you haven't, or you're out of the scene here, mate. I'm really sorry for you. She's more interested in dog. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I will see you later. Bye bye.